And what happens is I try to get as much evidence about the person, the spirit, as I can. And then we try to figure out who the person is related to you. Once we figure out who it is, then I get a message. And usually the messages are helpful about something in the present time. Okay, here we go. Okay, I have a female. She seems pretty excited to be here. She kind of feels like a grandmother. Her age is kind of sliding around. Oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. Um, so what do I mean by that? Like, she's showing herself to me as multiple ages, but never as someone really old. But that doesn't mean that she wasn't really old when she passed, but I'm not seeing it. So it's possible that this woman didn't live to be very really old. Like I'm talking like 80 or more. Like we're talking before like, less than 80. If I don't want to give a specific age though, but that's probably good enough on that. Okay. She also has a very excitable energy, not as crazy as it was earlier with Hellspawn Queen, but like she's not zipping around, but she's very excited. I know I said that 3 times. But I'm just really feeling that energy. I kind of keep seeing her with an apron on, which makes me think that she liked to cook or bake. She's really pretty. And I keep seeing her with like her hair done nicely. Um I don't know if she curled it or what she did to it, but it had to look nice. She's very pleasant and smart. Like, it's hard to explain. She's pleasant and kind, but she's also very smart. Not that kind people are dumb. But like I don't know how to explain it. Like she's, cuz I don't feel like wise is the right word either. Like she seems more like clever. Like she's really clever. But she's also very pleasant and kind, generous. Okay. Let's see if we can figure out how she passed. Something with her head? My head hurts. I feel like there's some confusion towards the end, which could be dementia, Alzheimer's, possibly even like a stroke. Something with the brain that caused confusion and or pain. And I don't, that's not necessarily what caused her to pass, but it's an ailment or, a factor. And I said I was going to try for a letter, but I already got one. It's a J. So J could be her or someone related to her. Okay, so I'm going to write all this down. We got a female. She's a grandmother. Less than 80. Saw an apron. So I think there's some sort of cooking or baking. She's clever, kind, pleasant. She's very pretty, and her hair had to be done. Hair done, check. And then what else do we say about her? She had something with her brain. Confusion and pain. And the letter J. All right, Lauren, do you know who this is? Not jaded. What are you talking about, Salty? Are you talking about the rock? Jade? I think I do have a jade, if that's what you're talking about. But I don't think that's it. I think this is my jade. And see, it's a little bit darker. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Oh, the mood of the spirit is jaded. No. I wasn't really feeling it, her being jaded. Okay, your aunt passed in her early 50s, Gina. She had a traumatic brain injury a few years before she passed. Okay, so this is an aunt, not a great aunt. Because she felt more like a grandmother, but that doesn't mean that I was not incorrect. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so she had a traumatic brain injury. So that would be brain confusion and pain. So that fits. J, G, G, J is pretty close. She's a lot older than your mom. Okay. That makes sense. Yes, I was feeling like she was in her 50s or 60s. Like she wasn't old. All right. Do you know if she did a lot of cooking or baking? Or if the apron has some other significance? What else would you wear an apron for? Anything messy. I mean, really, you could even wear an apron if you were like crafting or painting or creating something. And then does the personality fit that you know of? Was she clever and kind and pleasant? The only thing you can think of is your grandfather's flower shop. Yeah, I guess that could be an apron. That could also be a stretch. So we'll leave that alone. Her and your mom grew up there. Okay. Well, it might be it then. And then what about her personality or the hair? She also had a bit of a temper. Okay. I can see that. But she wasn't trying to tell me that, Lauren. See? She wasn't trying to tell me that she had a temper because she was trying to tell me that she was clever and smart. But she might have been a little bit deceptive. Her hair, she did care about that. Okay, good. Well, I think that this is her. Aunt Gina. So it's a G and not a J, but that was pretty close. She is both of those. Okay. All right, well, let's see what she wants to tell you tonight. She's like, you're calling me out. I had a temper. It's okay, Aunt Gina. She's not mad. She's just messing around. Okay. She's very proud of you. She said you stand up for yourself. I don't feel like you were always like that. So that could have been something more recently, perhaps. Something changed and you started standing up for yourself, or you stood up for yourself recently. She's acknowledging that. And she's very proud of you for that. Because clearly Aunt Gina is a strong lady. And she is admiring that in you also. I'm getting like this burning sensation in my stomach, but I think it has to do with anxiety and worry. And I think she's saying that as far as the standing up for yourself goes, that like you either were really worried about standing up for yourself, or you still are feeling like, oh my god, should I not have done that? And she's like, no. You need to let that go. Let it go, let it go. There's no reason for you to feel that way, because you should be glad that you stood up for yourself. I'm also seeing a little fluffy dog. It looks kind of like goodness, what is it? It's a brownish, like a warmer brown and white, and it's very fuzzy and fluffy. And I kind of feel like it has floppy ears. You know who the dog is? Darth! Hey, Darth. Leona Ray. My volume is low. It might be me. I don't talk very loud sometimes, but the microphone is right in my face. So I'm hoping that that will be helpful. I'm doing pretty good, Darth. I hope that you are also. Okay, so you said, oh my god. Brie Marie said, always stick up for yourself, dear. It sounds like both of her dogs put together. Oh. And Little Wing says it sounds like Loki. It's a little bit like Loki. I don't think it was a Shih Tzu though. It didn't have a smushed face. Okay, thank you, Salty. There's a brown dot, some with floppy ears, and a white fluffy. I don't know what that one is. But yes, it does sound like a mixture of her two dogs. So what was, is there is there, I don't know, she's getting us off track with the dogs. It might just be that there's she the dogs are with her, and she's like, once she's like acknowledging that the dogs are with her, but we need to go back to what she was talking about with the sticking up for yourself. The dogs are fine. Are they still alive? Or she has them with her? But we're getting off topic here. So what was she talking about with, oh, you guys have the dogs. Okay, good. Well, then she's probably acknowledging you guys have the dogs, and I think she's fine with you guys having the dogs. Like, she's glad you have the dogs. But was there something recently that you stuck up for yourself? Because that's really what the message was about. But then she got sidetracked on the dogs. You cut your dad off almost right after she died. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yes. So, you know, she's saying you still feel iffy about it. Like, should I really have done that? And she's saying, yes, be confident in your decision that you did that because it's the right decision. So don't feel what if. Don't feel a sense of regret or guilt or shame or whatever it is. All these things probably that you're feeling about the situation. Yes, don't feel guilty, because that guilt is just going to eat away at you, and there's no reason. Because I could feel it. It was like my guts were feeling like they were on fire. And you feeling like that on a regular basis is not good for you. So please don't feel guilty. You did the right thing. She's saying you did the right thing. And then she said, you know, her dogs. Her dogs. She loves them dogs. And I think she's just really glad that you guys are taking care of them. I think she's thanking you for taking care of the dogs. And she's excited, not that they shall pass anytime soon, but she's excited that they'll be with her again, you know, when the time comes. When the time comes. Okay, so stop feeling guilty about sticking up for yourself. Because it's not healthy. And then she's proud of you for doing it. Remember, she said she was proud of you for specifically for doing that. And then she's thanking you for taking care of the dogs. I also agree with Aunt Gina. It took a very long time to do. With the dogs, or getting rid of cutting your dad off. I'm very glad that I got to read for you, and I'm very glad that Aunt Gina came through. Even if she had a temper, she was a very lovely lady, and I very much like her. I can still taste that really gross tea. Oh yeah, cutting your dad off. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it was time. And the right time came, and you shouldn't feel guilty about it. Bree says that she did the same thing, but he kept coming back. Casey Libra, hey, look at all them pretty purple flowers. All right, Bree, it's your turn. Would you like a tarot reading or a medium reading? We might fill this book up tonight. We might have to get another one.